Good evening and welcome to Royal Revue. This is a pop-up. We're doing the parade of the Knights of Druid crew of Druids. It's a very old line parade. Very, very interesting. It has 18 floats and it's just about coming. We just saw the energy truck which identifies it. It started at 6:15. So it should be here any moment. We're only talking about 10 blocks away from the West Start. So we're happy, hopefully. We weren't planning on doing the Druids. We were just going to be doing the one that follows. But we said, why not? So we're hoping if you haven't had a chance to go out or to go out for the parade tonight, you can watch us. We're near the beginning, so that's why it's starting pretty early as opposed to the last couple of parades that we've been out at the end, like last time, really bad. So, let's see what I need to tell you. It's hard for me to hold his camera here, you know that. But the important thing is Len's going to be picturing the float, so you'll get a much better picture than what I do. Len, is this the sarcasm? They sarcastic, and this is the one that, yeah, they're very famous for being very sarcastic, maybe a little irreverent. Now, my problem is I won't be able to read. There's a lot of stuff written on the floats. And Linda, do they all wear a mask? What do they wear? Black robe with a skeleton face? And you're going to announce the float name if you see it? Okay. All right. So everyone wears the same costume because it's supposed to be very mysterious. So they wear a black hooded overcoat or whatever you call it with a white kind of ghost mask. Or, I don't know if it's a skull mask, but they all have the same face and outfit. And this might be very unusual, but every member of Druids and ROD are individually in another crew as well. I don't know if that's part and parcel of their requirements, but I never do that. Len, the expert, just gave me that information. So everyone will have belonging to other crews, and I guess they don't tell them which one. Okay, there we go. Now I've got the background. All right. There you go, folks. Can you see there's the parade starting. Now, Len, how do I move to the full camera, just to float? You're going to do it? Okay. Soon I'm going to get out of the picture and just talk whenever I have to. Len is going to be nice enough to tell me the names of the floats so we can tell you. As you can see right now, we're just seeing the entry police security, so we'll have all that noise. But very soon we'll see the beginning float. I don't know if that's the captain usually, or there'll be a band, so we'll see. We'll let you know as soon as it comes. Len is up on a step ladder, so he's got a very good view of it. As you can see how nice his picture is. And soon you'll be having the whole solo show, just the parade. Right now it's just the preliminary, so you got to listen to me. Now, after this parade, as you may or may not know, is a very controversial parade that a lot of people supposedly are trying to boycott because of all of the political commentation. Anyway. So, there you go. These, I believe, are the Shriners. They love to make noise. They all got noises. There you go. There's the full picture now. Much better. You can see the crowd. We're on St. Charles Avenue. We're next to, in front of, but not across from us, very famous hotel called the Columns. It's been there for many, many years because it has 6 giant columns on its porch. It's also got bedrooms, a wonderful drinking and eating establishment. We're very fortunate that our close friend has a condo in the 4-story condo next to the Columns Hotel, and her condo's on the 3rd floor. We were hoping to test out live streaming from her balcony. Unfortunately, there's a 100-year-old oak tree whose branches obscure the view. We were testing this out because remember, folks, this Saturday we're going to be live streaming in Endymion, the biggest or second biggest parade of New Orleans. And that'll be Saturday at 4:20 p.m. We'll be doing it from the balcony of the Martin Insurance Agency. You can hear all the children behind us. I know you're thrilled with that. There's the Shriners. As you know, we talk about them every night. They're in almost every parade. Sometimes they are just motorcycles. Sometimes, like tonight, they're in go-karts. They have all different type of vehicles. They're supposed to be putting all the money toward the children. Hopefully, they're not putting it toward their mechanical devices. But they are very good during the year with going to the children that are sick and giving them things and supporting as well as generating funds for the Children's Hospital. Notice that. Len, take a picture of the car. Lennon, get a picture of the classic car. Right there. Len is panning around. This is very unusual. You can see that not only do they have a thing, they are towing a model classic car that looks like a Chevrolet, maybe in the 50s, 55, 54. There you go. It's not a full-size model, but it's huge. I mean, it's much larger than a whatever you call a scale thing. And a lot of them will have these cars, and I guess to work on them, build them, and will tow them alongside or behind their motorcycle or car. So I wanted you to get a look at it in case you don't have the Shriners in your area. You got to see a few people watching. Don't forget, folks, you can't call in, but you can do comments. So if you want to let us know who you are or where you're watching from, we'd love to see how far our reach goes. So don't hesitate to send us a comment while we wait for the actual full parade. Right now, all these are Shriners. So don't hesitate to send us a comment. Let us know what you think about the broadcast, or more importantly, are you hailing from New Orleans? Are you hailing from outside? We would love to know, and we can tell on here which platform you're on, whether you're on any of our 3 Facebook accounts, whether you're on LinkedIn Live, whether you're on Twitter Live, or whether you're on our YouTube. Right now, it looks like most people are on, I think, YouTube, huh? Let's see. I think so. I can't say the other one, so I think it's just YouTube. But please don't hesitate. If you are a Facebook fan, go to Bob Bockelman, and you can find it there. LinkedIn Live will be R_REVUE, and Twitter will be Bockelman Bob. Last name first name, but it may be a comma. All right, I think we're coming to the more sirens. Let's see what we got coming. So here we go. We get this truck out the way. What do we have here? Let's see. Some bicyclists giving out little trinkets. Who is this, Len? This is the ladies' band. Here we go. Well, marching group, not band. Look at the costumes. Very nice. Here we go. Here comes a lady all in white. Beautiful. Oh, she's carrying I think she's carrying a dog. Yes. There's a live chihuahua, pocket chihuahua in her home. Can you believe that? She's going to be walking like 3 miles with that animal. Hopefully it behaves. So, okay. Here we go. Here comes another one of these vehicles. There you go. Throwing stuff. Everyone's looking for the stuff, of course. Still waiting for our first float. More people notice. I don't know who these are, but they're in costumes. They're not really costumes, more like LSU. It looks like purple and gold. But very casual. Might still be part of the Shriners, because there's another one of these little mobile things. So that's probably with the Shriners' wives and Shriners' daughters, stuff like that. It's a whole family organization. They're national. I'm sure you've heard of them. They do a lot of work for the Children's Hospital in Memphis. That famous actress, of course. There you go. You got something? All right, you can see we still got a bunch of these. They're all decorated with LED lights and all that stuff. Whatever. Again, this is Philip, folks, but they do just such good community work for everyone, raising funds. That they're in almost every parade in New Orleans, and I think they're in Jefferson. I think the other night, if you saw our parade last week on Friday in Metairie, I believe they were there as well. So I know they were there last night, and I know they were there on all weekend on Saturday and Sunday. If you saw any of our parades then. Again, this is the crew of Druids, DRUIDS, which has always been kind of related to Stonehenge and stuff like that. So that's why they have a single costume. They all wear, like I say, a black hooded coat with the white mask, so you can't see their face. So they're very mysterious and want to remain that way. They don't want you to recognize who they are. So, but they are very sarcastic. Many times they'll make fun of the political situation in New Orleans or even national. As I say, unfortunately, I can't see what they say because it'll be written on the thing. Excuse me. Excuse me, miss, we're trying to film. Can you get them out the way? We're trying to film. Could you move over to the left? Ma'am, could you move over just a little bit to the left? Thank you so much. All right, we still got these. All right, we're still waiting for that first float, folks. Hopefully it's coming soon. You're watching New Orleans TV and the network, Royal Revue Remote, as we call it, since we're doing it live from the scene. And we will try to do both parades for you tonight. The first one, which we're watching Druids, 17, 18 floats. And the other one is supposedly 15 minutes behind. We'll see if that works out. Okay, here we go. Another car with music. The Ruby dolls, the baby dolls. All right, these ladies be dressed as baby dolls. There they come. We see them. Of course, you recognize back tonight. And of course, you'll also hear the other song coming. We will rock you. Ma'am, could you please? We're on the internet. Thank you so much. All right, there's a bus. That's where all the members are when they need to rest, or they brought them to the fake. Again, that's probably for that group. We're still waiting for our first float, folks, but we're getting close. Hopefully you can stay with us. It's another vehicle coming up, a green bus. Truck bus where sometimes they'll have bands in here, or they'll have people. See, these are part of the Shriners. Huh? Okay, someone has asked where we are. We are in New Orleans, Louisiana, first of all. We're on the very famous St. Charles Avenue, which runs from downtown to the beginning of the parade, which is 45 blocks long. And we're about 10 blocks away from the origination of the parade, which was on Napoleon and Britannia. We are next to the Columns Hotel, a very famous old hotel. So it's not a high rise. It's actually an old plantation type mansion with magnificent, huge columns, 6 columns of the front porch. It's more like a bed and breakfast, but it is labeled as a hotel. And as we mentioned, and we're fortunate that the friend of ours, she has the condo, the 3rd floor condo, adjacent to the Columns Hotel. So we've come out to the street on the intersection, 1 block on the corner. Right behind the on the what we call the neutral ground or the passenger side. Now we've got the Clydesdale. Excuse me, could you possibly a little bit? We're on the internet with a bunch of we're right behind them. Stand right behind them. There's the Clydesdale, folks. There you go. The Clydesdale. All right, that was the Budweiser Clydesdales, folks. Hopefully you saw them. All right, they're the Cowboys. You know, we had some Cowboys last night in Marrero. They had a lot of these Cowboys. Well, no, these look like these are officers. Excuse me. They're dressed up not like cowboy. You can see them. They're in full costume. So I think those are more like the officers. Or can you see their costumes are much more regal than the Cowboys that we saw last night? Here we go. Here comes a group. Let's see if this is the. What is this, Len? Can you make this out? This is a carriage. Famous New Orleans carriage, you know, horse and carriage buggy. All right, we're still waiting for that first float, folks. We're hoping to be here any minute. What is it, dogs? Okay, Len tells us the first float is coming, and instead of being the captain, it's called the Arch Druid. It's not the king or the queen because it's a male parade. The Arch Druid. Let's see if we're going to see it coming up. Well, not this since it's a portalet, but very, very soon, the first float, the Arch Druid. You can probably see it in the background with the some more horses. There we go. See, these are the different officers. See their fabulous costumes, the headpieces that are giving away. Usually they give away doubloons. They might give beads, but they give doubloons that recognize the organization and or its theme. These are collectibles. People collect them for years. Since 1961 when Rex introduced them. They're just made usually of cheap aluminum in different colors, bearing the logo of the crew and the theme of the parade usually on the back. Now they print these in all kind of heavy-duty special metals that you can buy if you're a member, where the big collections are the worth value of the metal. All right, here we come. Here's some more of the officers. Again, look how pretty. Black is noticed. Most of them are in black. It's just like the riders will be in black because they won't have all the embellishments that these people have.
I told you.
So,
That's fine.
bear with us. So we lost some people. I guess they don't want to wait. Everybody's impatient today. Yeah, I'm sure they're parade cams if you want to see, but those are much further down. All right, here we go. There it is, the Arch Druid. There you go. See, of course, that's his courtier. Look at him up at the top. Can you see at the top in his throne? The Arch Druid. Very good. Look at the back of that float. Wow, look at stained glass, like a cathedral. But notice that the window is surrounded by briars, and just as if it was a haunted forest. You see that, folks? Very nice. Very nice. Okay. There's the sky cams, or whatever they call them, the lights that are circular, go up in the air like you see when you used to have a movie premiere. That's pretty. Oh, that's pretty standard for all the. And notice it also throws bubbles. Our hostess just gave me a beautiful. Okay, folks, the music you're hearing and watching now is a local high school, public school called Abramson High. And excuse me, so would you mind if we're doing our internet? Just right left, that's your wife or your friend? I can move my chair back up in front where I had it if you'd like. Okay, here it is. That's Abramson Band. There you go, folks. A.T. Abramson Band. They're dancing now. Look at the dance. All right. Okay, friends, at the Abramson Band. Once again, from New Orleans, Louisiana. For those who are asking, we are on St. Charles Avenue, about 10 blocks from Napoleon, where it started. And we're almost directly in front of the Columns Hotel. We're near the corner. It's got to go all the way down St. Charles to Canal Street, loop around and go to either Chapatulas, and then end in the warehouse district. That's where the normal route would be. This is still the Abramson Group. The large high school in New Orleans, public high school. This is the Crew of Druids. A very old organization that very satirical, very mysterious. So just keep watching, folks.
This float is called the Consultant.
Okay, our first float after the art is called the Consultant. So let's see what it looks like. There you go. You can see that clearly. Let's see what we have here on the front. Float number 2, the consultant. There's some type of child's head or head on the front. It stops a little bit. Hopefully it'll move a little closer. As it comes down, we can get a better look at what the icon. There's almost all the floats always have a large icon in the front. So we'll see what that is as soon as we get a little closer. Okay, hopefully it's moving. Again, the crew of Druids, Wednesday, February 23rd, and it's approximately 6:48 p.m. Central Standard Time. Okay, I'll see if we can get a little closer. All right, folks. As you can see it, there we go. And there's a band. There we go. There's the Druids. Hey, hey. All right. Got that one? This is the Yacht Pack. This is the band. There'll be a marching group with this. The music in their truck. That's their music truck. They will probably pay if they have a ball. I'm not sure for the Druids. They either will play or have already played if they had the ball already. All right. Let's see what we got coming up next. Is that another float? Float number 3 is called the Conductor. Druids Conductor. There you go. You see that, folks? So it's a streetcar, folks. In case you're not familiar with it, it's a streetcar. And those are the people who do it on the streetcar. There we go. Right there. Oh, one of our favorite female marching groups, the Amelia Earhart's, folks. You're going to love them. They're all dressed up as stewardess or pilots or captains with hair. There you go. You see them coming? Really a wonderful, wonderful marching group. Look at these outfits. Hopefully you can see them tonight. They all got LED. There they go like the captains, one of their charades. Look at that. There they are. Hey, Amelia, where's the plane? Where's the plane? There they go. The Amelia Earharts. There they are, everybody. And there's the captains. See? Look at that. There they are. Great looking costumes, huh, folks? Now, wait till you see their truck, utility truck. It's made like an airplane. Wait till it's got a back. It's coming up. It follows them in case they have to rest or beverages or use the facility. I think this is probably it's coming. Yes. Take a look at it. It's a replica of a plane. See, it says the Mile High Club. There you go. See the windows of a jet, and in the back, see the tail fins and all, and the flags from the different countries that it represents. So that was the Amelia Earhart's marching group for New Orleans. Okay, our next float is called the Druid Magicians. These are the people who do the magic. There's one on the front. Look at that great face, that head, that sculpture. Look at that, folks. Fantastic, huh? All right, folks. Okay, we're waiting for our next one. All right. What was that, float number 5? I think it was number 5. The next band is another high school. Now it's at our neighboring, what we call parish, not county, Chalmette High School in St. Bernard Parish. So that'll be right after the Sheriff's Pass. And again, this is a public high school in the adjacent parish. We call parish our county. There you go. Look at him. He's swinging. There you go. The ladies of Chalmette High School. There's the band. Let's see if they'll start playing. They're just doing the marching numbers. They're just the drums and the cymbals. They haven't really played yet. If they did, they played further down. So it doesn't look like they're gracious with a song. All right. That was the Chalmette High School, folks, at St. Bernard Parish, which is about no more, probably not even 20 miles from New Orleans, but don't know the exact mileage, but close, very close. Like I say, it's an adjacent county that we call parishes due to the Napoleonic Code. Now here we go. There's the follow-up utility truck for Chalmette High School, the Owls. That's the name of their mascot. And let's see what we got coming next. Okay, folks. New Orleans, Louisiana. About 10 blocks from Napoleon, where it started, near the Columns Hotel.
The title is Druid Rolls Again.
Okay, our next float is called Druids Rolls Again, number 5. Druids Rolls Again. Notice how all of them have that famous French mask that looks like a very, very popular, very famous French. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a very popular marching group called the Dance Connection. Watch these ladies. They've been doing this for years, not the same ones, but the private dance schools, and this is their chance to show their stuff. All right, there we go. So we're in a hole, and you can see, I guess, hopefully that's the next float down there.
Next one is float 6.
Number 6. So remember, I think we said there's 18 floats, folks. So after the 6, there'll be 11 more after 6, so 12 altogether. So hopefully you enjoy the crew of Druids.
Roll Wave, like Julie.
All right, this one is called Roll Wave. Roll Wave. There you go. You can see the, there they are. Look at the unusual hats. They all got dunce caps with gold and black. Very nice. Saw that, folks? Very nice. Those are gold dunce caps. Or the Druids magician cap. There we go. All right, that was float number 6.
Right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the next one is the band from Sophie B. Wright. And that school is only a few blocks from here on Napoleon, 1 block off of St. Charles on the riverside, which is about 5 blocks from our house. So this is Sophie B. Wright. and named after, I don't know the lady, so it could be right, of course. But I think they call it something different now, but it still uses the initials, SPW. It's a large high school. What's fun about them is that they always practice during the week before Mardi Gras, and they go up and down the neighborhood so they can practice their dance moves and their song. Let's see if they're going to play something. Here we go. Nothing new yet, just a marching song, not the, oh, there's the ladies. Here we go. Here's the ladies. Dance squad, here we go. Now we got the flag bearers and the baton twirlers. The flags and the batons. Now the pom-poms. The pom-pomettes, the people with the pom-poms. They got everything covered for you folks. Flags. All right. That's one thing about this parade. It usually moves pretty quick. Hopefully you're not, compared to last night's parade, it's unbelievable. Now the next group is called the Tootsie Roll. No, Sushi Roll. Number 7. We just had sushi yesterday. Sushi Roll. There's one at the front. You can see the big roll at the front of the float. There's the guys with the, again, those great looking caps, those yellow tonal caps with the symbols of the organization, stars and the crescent. Sushi Roll. There we go, folks. See them all. That looks good with their goldish yellow hats on the cone head. There he goes, our big balloon. All right, that was number 6, folks. Sushi Roll, or 7. Let's back right. We'll watch. We can read the numbers when they come. But they're moving fairly quickly. That's a good thing about this parade, unless they have a breakdown. Oh, folks, this is a fabulous Latin American group, La Lucha Cruz, the Cuba Libre. There you go. They're usually doing all kind of dancing. Do they have? This is not Disco Amigos. They don't have the ball, huh? Oh, these are the wrestlers. Oh, the wrestlers, folks. You know, they wear those outfits with the Mexican wrestling group. There you go. There they are. Look at them. There they are. They used to be on TV on Saturday mornings, the Mexican wrestlers. They all wear those old time spandex and the spandex mask. Here we go. Listen to the music. There we go. Look at that float. The point of interest. I'll finish after the pass. There we go. There we go. Look at those costumes, the lack thereof, huh? Now, if you had local television from New Orleans, you would have learned that this week, when the floats tried to go get their stuff out of their storage, somebody had robbed all the music, all their equipment, $600,000. All right, number 8, let the good times roll. Very famous. There's the Fleur de Lis. Once again, very New Orleans, let the good times roll. You see all the information. There you go. Great job. Very New Orleans float with the gas lights, lamp lights, and also the New Orleans type buildings and the Fleur de Lis in the front. But as I was saying, that previous Mexican group during the week when they went to get their sound equipment out of storage, they had been robbed over either $600,000 or $60,000 worth of equipment. And when the other organizations found out about it, they all they did a GoFundMe and raised the money for them to buy so they could participate. Otherwise, they would, because the music is the key to their group. Otherwise, they would not be marching tonight. But unless you lived in New Orleans, you would not have known that backstory. Okay, what do we got now? I'm still waiting.
Misbehaving. Dance group.
Okay, we got another dance group, and it's called Ain't Misbehaving. As we said, folks, these are groups that are, there's their logo. You see the lady with a very pretty thing. These are dance studios that have people pay to learn to learn dancing, and then part of their rewards is to actually have choreographers for their marching. There you go, YMCA. There you go, folks. YMCA. Okay, the next float, number 9, heads roll. Everything is roll. Heads roll. There you go. Sounds like a French. Notice the head on the front. See, someone has cut their head off. This is the guillotine, the very French way. Heads roll. So you see that? You can see someone has lost their head, and it's on a platter there where they. Hopefully, it's not too gory for you. There he goes, folks. All right. Once again, now notice there's people upstairs, too. There's people upstairs. That's a double, what we call a double-decker float. There you go. You can see in the back, there's people upstairs as well as downstairs. Some of these floats can accommodate both up and downstairs, so that's what's key. Besides, all right. Oh, this is our favorite because Disco Amigos lives kind of close to our house on Napoleon down in Ferret. The one thing about this group, they have the largest disco ball you've ever seen. They were in one of the other parades on the weekend. So you'll see the giant silver ball at the end. There'll be one suspended in the air that's turning, but then a monumental one at the end that's carried in a tractor. Here we go, Disco Amigos. All right, they're getting down. Get ready. Let's see if this is the big ball. That's the little ball. See the little ball suspended from the back? Typical disco ball with bubbles and confetti. But you're going to see a little later, I hope, the giant disco, one of the largest balls you've ever seen. Certainly in New Orleans, it's the largest disco ball they have. It's big. Here it comes, big ball. It's on the back of this truck. Watch closely, folks. You're not going to believe it. Here it comes. Do you see it? It's too big to suspend. There it is. Look at the size of the Disco Amigos giant big ball, a disco ball. Look at that thing. It looks like a planet. It's so big, huh? And for those that live in New Orleans, it lives on Ferret Street at the corner of Napoleon in the vacant lot. All year, the only time they bring it out is for Mardi Gras and other events where their groups do dancing. They do dance events all during the year.
All right.
Very good. Disco Amigos.
All right. You ready, Jane? Okay.
Okay, folks, we're still watching the crew of Druids.
Put your hands up and like throw them
We're about a little more than halfway on the float. There's 17 in total. I think we saw at least 8. Or there might be 18. The next one, folks, is called another word with the roll. Everything has roll. Rolling on the river. That's the famous Tina Turner song. Rolling. There we go. And then you can see the person singing. See the singer on the top? They got someone singing Rolling on the River. Of course, that would be the Mississippi River down here. There we go. The one-story float, but a long one. Rolling on the river. See the waves and all the seaweed and all the different things that in all the different growth. Nice float, nice float. All right.
We gotta wait for the next.
That's the name of the group? Are they in kilts? I think they're hot. No. Okay, the next group is called the Celtic Highlanders. I was asking our videographer whether they're in kilts. Because I know there's 1 or 2 groups that actually are in kilts, but these look like ladies in bright green, shamrock green glitter. Their music truck doesn't sound very Gaelic, but anyway. Celtic Highlanders. Notice they got JJs with that. These must be Irish beers and all. Guinness, we don't get it. Here they are. See, they're in the kilt. I told you they would be in the kilt. There you go. See them, all the girls, all the guys. Everyone has a big question, what's underneath, but we don't want to see. So there they go. Running and dancing, the Celtic Highlanders. We have several Greek bars in the city. Not Greek, what did I say? Gaelic bars in the city. And a lot of these people participate and create these groups that they dance, they do festivals, all kind of stuff. But they're always in the parade. Not every parade, but in certain ones. And you can always tell because they're going to be in their kilts. All right. Got a little bit of a break. All right, we got another one coming. Let's see.
Let toast roll their route.
All right, number 11. Let toast rolls their route. That's a satire on, but that's an Egyptian thing. Toast is a Egyptian parade that's on Sunday that had a significant cut in their Mardi Gras route. At the beginning of it, it was one of the most devastated of the parade routes this year. All of our parade routes have been shortened due to the pandemic and supposedly the not enough police resources. And Toast was affected for the most from the beginning, and they passed by their
Higgins High School.
What is that? Higgins High School is coming up next. So I won't finish that story. But they do wonderful charity work for the Children's Hospital. The children have terminal conditions, as well as several nursing homes on their own. And all that's been eliminated from their parade because of the situation we just spoke about. Okay, this is another public school, Andrew Higgins, in New Orleans, high school. Okay, this is the next float coming up. I think this is number 9. Number 9.
Roll out the red carpet.
Roll out the red carpet. Oh, like Hollywood. Roll out the red carpet. Let's see if we can see. Number 12. Oh, we lost track. Notice the camera on the front. And again, the same outfit. The black robes with the gold cone head and their symbols. So number 12, folks. I thought sure we were only on number 9. It seems like we missed some. But next school is a girls' Catholic high school called Cabrini. It's in New Orleans High School, and it's very close to one of our famous 2 parks. City Park, which has our museum. It has a sculpture garden. It has a whole children's carousel, a train that goes around it. It has golf courses. Very, very large, one of our 2 largest parks. And this old-time Catholic high school is in a beautiful building with a church on Esplanade Avenue, only a few blocks from City Park Avenue, the entrance. Mount Carmel. I said Mount Carmel, Cabrini High, excuse me. Mount Carmel will be brown. All right, still Cabrini High School. All right. Next one.
Bankroll.
Okay, the next one is a very important one called bankroll, where you're talking about the money. Look at the money, folks. Big Benjamins, $100 bills, a whole stack of them. And there you can see they throw it all kind of stuff. And it's a double decker, so there's people upstairs too. You can see that? Bankroll with a bunch of Benjamins, a whole stack of Benjamins in the front. And I'm sure you know what a Benjamin is, $100 bill. All right. Now we got another famous New Orleans school. It's a high school called Booker T. Washington. That's on one of New Orleans' other famous streets, but called Canal Street. Canal Street was the famous retail center for years. It runs from the Mississippi River all the way out halfway to the lake. So it almost traverses or cuts the city in half. We do have a wonderful, just like on St. Charles, we have the historic streetcar. We have a newer streetcar that runs the entire length of Canal Street. So this is part about the wonderful thing, the Affordable Regional Transit Authority. We have multiple, besides the buses, we have multiple routes that streetcar lines roll. You can ride in these things. So the newer ones are all air conditioned and accessible for handicap. But the original one here in St. Charles is a historic landmark, and it can't be renovated. All it can be repaired. So they can't put air conditioning, so it's hot as blazes in the summer, cold as anything in the winter. Here you go. All right. All right, look at that guy. All right. Wow. Fantastic drum majors, huh, folks? What a dance routine. Here's the band. All right, Booker T. Washington, the young ladies, beautiful. All right. See if we can move on. Okay, they just be float like 13, I think, out of 17. So we got 4 or 5 more at the most, folks. And then they hopefully just a 15-minute break between this and the second parade. All right, we're still looking. There's an extra tractor in case one breaks down. They always have that kind of extra equipment. So, yeah, another tractor. Hallelujah. What's it say?
Roller coaster.
Next one, folks, roller coaster. So like an amusement park. We used to have one out here. We have the smaller one we just talked about, City Park, but we had a huge one out by the Lake Pontchartrain for years until the 60s. That actually had a giant roller coaster on it called the Zephyr. It was out by our lake. We had a Lake Pontchartrain. It's a large lake that's 24 miles wide, and we have a causeway bridge, 2 bridges that span that, so people can go from what we call the South Shore on the east bank of New Orleans to the North Shore on the other side of, and that's a completely different parish, St. Tammany Parish, and different cities and different lifestyles. A lot of people after Katrina moved over there and made a sleepy towns into urban communities overnight because of loss of the homeless in 2005 Katrina. All right, again, folks, you're watching the crew of Druids coming near the end. They got about 3 or 4 more floats. It's Wednesday night, February 23rd, 2022. Approximately 7:20 p.m. Central Standard Time. Remember, folks, it started at 6:15. Excuse me, Central Standard Time. So it's really only been out a little bit over an hour. It's very good to be this far along. So everyone likes when they move a little faster, other than the kids that want to try and get more stuff. But for those watching it, as opposed to having big gaps, the faster it moves, the better. All right, we'll wait. Watson said you coming down? You want to sit down here for a little bit? Okay, we got a little bit of a pause. We were just bragging them out quick. Float 14's right here, but it's not moved yet, so we're not going to call it. But it's the roller coaster float we talked about. So it's sitting here. Hopefully it'll move in a little bit. All right, folks. Like I said, sorry, we're at a little bit of an impasse. I see we're losing a few people because nobody likes to wait nowadays. I know there's so many other opportunities. So we understand. Don't hesitate to give us a comment on any of the other platforms you're watching because we'll address those as we had to our friend Facebook user. Wanted to know where we were, we gave that information. I hear the motors. I think they're getting ready to move. I hope so. They just raving the. There they go. They're moving, folks. Roller coaster's coming right now. Float number 14. Here it is. Roller coaster. Everyone has the word roll in, and that's the comment. Notice there's the roller coaster right in front. The card. Beautiful. Look at all this stuff. See that, folks? Nola what?
Bombshell.
That's a group. Our next group, folks, is called the NOLA Bombshell. So we'll see what they look like. Here they go. Here they go, folks. Look at that music. Put down there for a second.
That's yours? Where got this one?
They threw it to me, but I just put it there.
Huh?
You can wear it. Don't give it away, though.
Oh, you don't want me to get away?
Don't give it away.
Oh, come on.
Well, I'm gonna wear it if you're not gonna give it
Oh,
away.
you gotta wear that.
If you're gonna give it away, give it back to me. If you're
Okay.
gonna,
I give it to you.
but sit down there.
You wear that.
Yes. Sit down there, though. Sit down there until the parade's over. They only got 4 more floats.
I'm waiting for Julie's parade. I just want to see
I
first
know.
one.
I know, but
then I'm gone.
all right. You're not going upstairs? In
I'm
between?
waiting for them.
In between. No. Never mind. Wait till it's when this is over. One of us is gonna go up there with you and then come back down. No. I'll, no. Oh.
Myself.
Okay, go ahead. Bye bye.
I'm going to go to the farm. They have water. I just get a bottle of water. You want a water or no? I just get a bottle of water.
Bye bye.
Come back.
You just want to come back and point at Julie.
I wanted us to go upstairs. One of us with her during the break and take this chair because we don't need it. Because I'm hoping, and you can record from here. I want to move this chair up to here and secure it. All right, here we go with this float.
Lobster.
Oh, the next one is another sushi-related lobster roll. Very famous roll that everyone eats, whether they consider it sushi or not. And this is number 15, so there should be only 2 or 3 floats left, folks. Lobster roll. And there you go. You see it on the front. See with the bread and the rice. This is a low float, only one level, and small. It's an old-time small float, not the big ones. That was lobster roll number 15. So we've got 2 or 3 left, and that'll be it. Okay, next one is 18, Roll Them Bones, a reference to Paradise. See the big red die on the front? There you go. There we go. All right. Okay, we're getting near the end, folks. Got a few hanging on. We appreciate you hanging on. There's another group, another streetcar.
This group is called the
Another streetcar. You might see the side of it says a streetcar named Desire. It's a very famous Tennessee Williams book and also movie. Could you please? I have a bad foot. Could you please watch? I have a bad foot. Could you please watch it instead of worrying about your beads? I'll give you everything you get, but just have a little consideration, man. I know they're greedy. I know they're not thinking, but I do have a medical condition. What's that? Okay. Well, they can have everything that comes here. Nobody's taking anything from them. Okay, the next one, folks, is called The Obvious Rock and Roll. And it looks like Big Elvis on the front. I think that might be him. Oh, but doesn't, yeah, I would think that's him, but in front of the microphone. Rock and roll. And the next one, of course, the most obvious candy, number 18, Tootsie Roll. So this could be the last one, but there they are. The front looks like Tootsie Roll Pops, not the typical brown Tootsie Roll. This is another double-decker, as you can see. Another double-decker. Here you go. Is that the last one, then? Len, is that the last one? I got another one? That was 18. Oh, but there's another float. There's one more float, folks. 19, and I don't know what he's saying, but usually it's a satirical one to make fun of the float that's the parade that's following them. And we'll see if that's coming or not. But after that, there might be a small break because they leave 15 minutes apart. Now, whether there'll be or not, I don't know. All right, the marching group is Crescent. Maybe Babes. I think maybe Crescent City Babes. Here's their music truck, as you can see. They also got bubbles coming out. Here they go.
Just a young girl.
Here you go, folks.
I was uptight, wanna lay loose. I was dreaming, bigger dreams. Wanna be my own
The ladies, there you can see it. All right, folks, this should be the last card. Druid Calliope, or Calliope. You know what a Calliope is? We call this word Calliope, the name of a street. But you can hear the music. So I guess we don't have a satirical one, huh? Looks like they fooled us. They didn't have a satirical ending to make fun of the next parade. You got it? Okay, folks, we're going to end it for now. Stay tuned, and if you want to come back to us, we will be doing another one shortly. Thank you.